You know what I mean? And all the cash I make is I convert to silver and gold. And pretty soon it got to be a big problem, which is my own Bitcoin also, because I just don't trust the frickin' dollar. I only use debt to buy assets. A lot of people use debt to buy liabilities. So I drive a Ferrari. Guess what? It's paid off 100% because it's a liability. I drive a Rolls Royce. It's paid off 100% because it's a liability. Now, so I use debt as money, and I don't save cash because in 1971 the dollar became debt. Tricky Dick Nixon took us off the gold standard. So at that point, I save gold. So all the money I make, if I buy something with debt, that's I'm $1.2 billion in debt. Because if I go bust, the bank goes bust. Not my problem. You know what I mean? And all the cash I make is I convert to silver and gold. And pretty soon it got to be a big problem, which is my own Bitcoin also. Because I just don't trust the frickin' dollar. And real estate, cash flow. They're not in stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and ETFs. So the reason the rich don't pay taxes is because there's 3 types of income. They'll never teach you this in school. Okay, number 1 type of income is earned income. That's earned income. It's when you work for money. So these are the guys that pay tax. So when all the guys are screaming tax the rich, well, you can't tax them because they don't have jobs. And then the second type of income is portfolio income. It's from flipping houses, or you buy a stock for like $10, you sell it for $20. That's portfolio income. I don't do that. Trump doesn't do that. But the income that the rich work for is called passive income. Passive income is also known as cash flow. Why these guys pay no tax is because they're in real estate, cash flow. They're not in stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and ETFs. Out of debt, they're telling you to get out of money. In 1971, the U.S. dollar became debt. The U.S. dollar is the reserve currency of the world. I'm trying to explain to you, when they tell you get out of debt, that's stupid because the money is debt. And the only way money gets out of debt is via taxes. And everybody thinks getting in debt is bad. Well, who told you that? Most people are brainwashed when it comes to money. Go to school, get a job, work hard, pay your taxes, save money, get out of debt, buy a house, and invest in the stock market. Everybody who follows that program is brainwashed. And guys like you can't even see it. You're thinking about money. I don't even care about money. I make a lot of money because I understand the system. I would never go to school, get a job, work hard, save money, get out of debt, buy a house, and invest in the stock market. I do everything exactly opposite. So everything is the opposite of what they're teaching you in school. I wouldn't go to school. I would study money. Understand that money is debt. And when they tell you get out of debt, they're telling you get out of money. In 1970,
to eliminate every last parasite from your intestines. And the best part? It costs practically nothing to do this. But before teaching you the recipe, understand why papaya seeds are so powerful. The first reason is because of papain. The papain enzyme found in papaya seeds is known for its protein-breaking properties, and some studies have suggested it may have anti-parasitic activity. The second reason is because of carpane. Carpane is an alkaloid present in papaya seeds, and some studies have indicated it may have anti-parasitic activity, especially against certain types of worms. Lastly, the flavonoids and alkaloids. Chinese doctor is warning people not to throw away papaya seeds. This is a treasure, and you're throwing it in the trash.
To buy real estate that the idiots had lost. We were idiots because the prices were so high. Why would you buy it at the top of a market? Don't you know that's going to crash? It driven the price of real estate so high, and the rest of us were just waiting. So Wall Street gave us hundreds of millions of dollars to mop up all that real estate these guys had lost. Now, it's fair because everybody could do it. So that's what's going on in the world today. It's fake money, fake teachers, fake asses. The school teachers will never tell you that because they don't know it. My poor dad never knew that. And they think the rich are crooks. The rich just play by different laws. The rules are the same, but you have to do what the government wants you to do. After the crash of 2008, the banks gave me $300 million tax-free to buy real estate that the idiots had lost. So it's a choice. This is the biggest problem. America is going to be the poorest country in the world, starting now. You're going to see the biggest crashes happening. You want to be rich? Don't be an employee.
Okay.
You want to be rich? Be an entrepreneur. But it's a choice. This is the biggest problem. America's going to be the poorest country in the world. Fake, but the economy boomed. Real estate boomed.
Yeah.
Because they were printing this as fast as they wanted to.
Right.
Every time America got into trouble, they printed this.
Can you briefly explain what happens when the government prints a lot of money?
Well, there's inflation.
Right.
So if you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, I said, I don't work for money, I work for gold and silver. I do not save dollars.
Okay.
I use debt to buy real estate.
Right.
I pay no taxes legally,
Yeah.
and I save gold and silver. Where do you think I borrow my money from?
From the bank.
Japan.
Okay.
Japan are stupid people. They save money.
Right.
I'm an American, I use debt. I borrow their savings. Japanese believe in saving money. They're good people,
Yeah.
but not very smart financially. So Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard. This became fake, but the economy boomed.
Portable card na dadali lamang yung card doon, bubuhatin lang, iba-uba doon, yun na. Imbis na nagtatayo pa kayo ng kung ano-anong konkreto, kung ano-ano. Pag nalugi at yung lugar na hindi na-click, hindi mo na malilipat. Kaya samantala yung kung mobile, isasakay mo lang muli yun. Lilipat mo sa ibang lugar. Click na. Kita ka na. Ibig sabihin, get into something, least capital, pero walang masyadong kalaban, walang masyadong kakompetensya. Advice ko sa mga gusto magnegosyo, magsimula magnegosyo, identify anong negosyo papasukin mo. Get into something na walang masyadong kapital at kikita na kayo. Tulad ng ano? Services. Services. Ano yun? Kamukha ng warehousing. Kamukha ng mga personal storage facilities. O, di ba? O, eh kung gusto niyo naman magtayo ng mga food-related, yung mga parang portable card, na dadali lamang yung card doon, bubuhatin lang, iba-uba doon, yun na. Imbis na nagtatayo pa kayo ng kung ano-anong konkreto, kung ano-ano. Pag nalugi at yung lugar na hindi na-click, hindi mo na malilipat. Kaya samantala yung kung mobile, isasakay mo lang muli yun. Lilipat mo sa ibang lugar. Click na. Kita ka.
I'm the tenant.
Right.
I don't want to be my own tenant.
But in this environment where everything is crashing, is buying real estate now a good time?
Well, you got to be smart. And real estate is just as tough, but you got to be smarter. So that's why I always say your greatest asset is not this or this. Your greatest asset is between this year and this year.
Right.
And the reason I come to these shows is because I'm always feeding this thing. I've learned more in one day about global by apartment houses. I only own apartment houses. I want somebody else to pay my mortgage for me. If I own my house, I'm the tenant.
Right.
I don't want to be my own tenant.
Mango leaves have soothing properties that can help control anxiety and treat stomach diseases such as heartburn and gastritis. Friends, natural remedies are one of the best alternatives to fight many diseases. Diseases in a healthy way and without spending much. You are also going to use a sprig of fresh morena. Morena leaves are rich in antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds that can benefit kidney health by reducing inflammation and preventing cell damage. Its ability to regulate blood sugar helps control diabetes. In addition, its soothing properties can help control anxiety. Its antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties can also be beneficial for treating various stomach diseases such as gastritis and heartburn. If you are interested in any special recipe, let me know what you are. If you want to heal your kidneys and prevent dialysis, you should start mixing these two powerful ingredients. For this recipe, we are going to use about 7 leaves of mango. Mango leaves contain antioxidant and anti-inflammatory compounds that can benefit kidney health by reducing the formation of stones and improving kidney function. In addition, its hypoglycemic effect can help control diabetes and reduce blood sugar levels. Mango leaves have soothing properties that can help control anxiety and treat stomach diseases such as heartburn and gastritis. Friends, natural remedies are one of the best alternatives to fight many diseases.
Financial literacy, they call it. There's good debt and bad debt. Good debt is debt that somebody else pays off for you. So when I buy an apartment house with my friend Kenny, I don't pay for it. The bank lends us the money, and debt is tax-free, right? So let's say we put $1 billion down and buy a $5 million apartment house. So we now have a $5 million asset, and our tenants pay for that. That's good debt. But I take out my credit card to go eat sushi. That's bad debt because I got to pay for it. Well, there's two kinds of debt. Now, this is basic financial education or financial literacy, they call it. There's good debt and bad debt.
Foundations of how we live. When you walk into a courtroom, why do you go to court? You play basketball on the court. You play tennis on a court. The judge walks out, he rules from the bench. The word bench is a bank in Latin. So the judge is ruling from the bank. That's why he wears a black robe. The black robe represents the planet Saturn, who in the ancient world was called Lord of the Rings. So women were told in the ancient world to listen to their gods, so they would wear an ear ring. Men were to get married before their god, so they wear a wedding ring, because Saturn was Lord of the Rings, and he is also the inhibitor. He was the one who holds you back. He represents government, banking, the police department, all kinds of institutions that are powerful that can hold you back. He was the inhibitor. I'm going to give you a secret. Nothing in this world operates the way you think it does. We're talking money. We're talking control, corporation, big business, period. Religion is a corporation, and all religions operate under maritime admiralty law. There are only two things on the earth, land and water. So there are two kinds of law, the law of the land and the law of water. The law of the land is the custom of the people who live on a particular piece of land. So the law of the land is different in every country. I mean, you can do things in Russia you can't do in America. Once you understand the law of water, it opens up a world, hidden symbols and hidden foundations on how we live. When you walk into a courtroom, why do you go to court? You play basketball on the court. You play tennis on a court. The judge walks out, he rules from the bench. The word bench is a bank in Latin. So the judge is ruling from the bank.
How did I acquire those property? I used debt. See, the more debt I use, the more property I own, the less tax I pay. And if you think paying taxes is illegal, tax is a Marxist idea. I hate this. And people say, well, you should pay taxes. No, we shouldn't. What Marx says is that a progressive and oppressive income tax is essential for the spread of communism. That was in 1848. The facts are America was founded as a tax-free nation. It was called the Boston Tea Party. And we were tax-free for all of these years until 1913 when the Fed was created. The same year, guess what else was created? The IRS. And ever since then, we're paying taxes. So guys like me pay no taxes legally, but the more harder you work, the more money you make, the higher taxes you pay. If that's not communism, what is? And I think it's an American duty not to pay our taxes, because if you read the Communist Manifesto, you'd understand why. Today, I own about 12,000 rental units.
Isn't that kind of ironic?